experiences, and at this time we'd like to get a little bit more individual experiences. So, Jameson, how well did Vanderbilt prepare you for law school at the University of South Carolina? And then tell us a little bit about, the process of applying to law school. Were there schools, other law schools where you were accepted or where you were denied admission?
So the first question was, how did it prepare me? Okay, so Vanderbilt, it definitely prepares you for, I believe, anything in life, just because the workload is pretty difficult, but it teaches you you're gonna have to find out how to balance, just like with every university. And so it definitely puts you in a good position scholastically, and it gives you resources in terms of other people who have gone to law school from Vanderbilt. There was never any issue for me getting recommendations written from teachers that I've had at Vanderbilt. So I felt, and actually I took a couple years off to work. So I've done that whole thing. So I just felt that everything that I went through prepared me well for law school. I mean, I guess as well as it can prepare you. But now the second question was,
tell us about the schools when you applied to law school. Which other schools did you apply to? And
Right,
which ones
right.
were you accepted into, and some of the ones that perhaps you were not accepted into?
I was denied from most, but that's partly my own fault, just because I applied so late. So don't do that. If you're going to apply to law school, do it early. But the application process, it is a process because first you have to take the LSAT. So yeah, you got to take that test, and I had to take it 3 times to get the score that I felt comfortable applying to schools with. And then what took me the longest was really writing my personal statement, just because I didn't know what I wanted to write about, and it took me a while. But so that's a process in itself, and it costs a lot of money. So if you're thinking about law school, you definitely want to kind of save your pennies to get that whole process going. And there's a lot of stuff that you got to do, and back and forth with, that was like the LSAC and all that kind of stuff. Why I chose South Carolina is because the financial aid for out-of-state students was really good. And you can really get a good law education almost anywhere. So I felt very prepared, and
Okay. Well, we have 2 law students today. The other law student is Ashley. So Ashley, same question to you. So how well did you feel that Howard prepared you for University of Georgia? Tell us about the schools that you applied to, the law schools, the ones that you were accepted to, and the ones that you were not accepted to.
Okay, first question, once again, excuse my voice, I'm sorry, y'all. First question about how Howard prepared me. A lot of people have this notion that HBCUs don't prepare you for the real world. And if you feel that way, or like you feel like, oh, we want a whole bunch of black people for 4 years won't prepare you, it will, because I'm much more confident in myself as a person. So if somebody says something to me, I'm ready to handle it, because the law field is predominantly older white males, and they don't always know how to speak to a 23-year-old black female or black people in general. But if somebody says something off-putting, I know how to speak eloquently and let them know that what they said was offensive without being like, or anything like that. So in that way, Howard prepared me. I'm very confident in myself, and nothing anybody says really bothers me, and I don't mind correcting people in that way. Academically, I was the type of student that I was. School just came easy to me, but law school is not like regular school. So academically, I feel like I could have been anywhere, depending on my major at undergrad, and it wouldn't have prepared me for it, because I was a broadcast, like minor in legal communications major, but it wasn't geared towards law school. It was geared towards like communicating with people, being able to relate to people. In the preparation process, moving on to your next question, transitioning into it, I had a very good support system. If I didn't want to, my friends are the ones that told me, you need to sign up for an LSAT class. You need to make sure, Ashley, are you asleep? Did you write your personal statement yet? Send me your personal statement. So they helped me with that process. And I tell them all the time, I wouldn't be in law school if it wasn't for my friends at Howard. There's no way I'd be in law school. What was your question?
The second one is, where did you apply?
Oh, I applied to schools strategically, which I would say for those going into college should do as well. Apply strategically. I knew that I didn't have Harvard grades or a Harvard LSAT score, so I wasn't going to use that money to apply to Harvard because I wasn't going to get into Harvard. It's just realistic. And I know with striving, y'all can all get it. But I just applied strategically because, like Jameson said, it's expensive. So every school that I applied to, I got into. But UGA has a wonderful in-state tuition, and I was fortunate enough to leave undergraduate without debt, and I didn't want to accumulate a lot of debt. So UGA really made the most sense. I'm an hour away from my parents. I want to live in the South. I don't like the winter in DC. So
Those are all important. So UGA, you applied to UGA. Were there other law schools that you applied to?
I applied to Alabama, Tulane, Georgia State, Mercer.
Your experiences as an undergraduate at the University of Boston and now at Morehouse School of Medicine?
Okay, so at Boston University, I definitely had some difficulty adjusting, not just because it was a PWI. I grew up in Marietta, Georgia, and that was my life pretty much. But because it was the city life. I'm from Massachusetts, but I'm from Westboro, which is a town that takes you about 15 minutes to get there, and then you're on to the next town. So the city life was definitely an adjustment for me. And I'm really glad I went there, though, because there are just so many different opportunities there. Going to school in a city such as Boston, where it's a predominantly college town, was definitely enriching for my life. It taught me a lot, and there's just no other experience that could have replaced that. I really did want to go to Spelman. Things didn't work out, and I wasn't able to attend. But Boston University was definitely where I was supposed to be. At Morehouse School of Medicine, I definitely feel like I'm in a more nurturing environment. I definitely feel inspired there. All three African-American Surgeon Generals graduated from Morehouse School of Medicine. The president of the American Public Health Association is working at Morehouse School of Medicine. I'm able to go to her office and just speak to her whenever I want to. I have direct access to so many different labs and research, and the experience there is just totally different. You can definitely reach your professors in a quicker way than I would if I were going to Boston University, where my classes were like 300 per class, 300 people per class. What else? It's just a smaller institution at Morehouse School of Medicine, and I feel like resources are more so right at my fingertips instead of all yonder.
Thank you, Anya. Tari, as the only panelist who has gone from earning an undergraduate degree into the workforce, tell us a little bit about mechatronic engineering and the workplace opportunities you found as a result of earning your degree in this area.
Okay, mechatronics engineering, a little bit of background on that. It's one of the majors that was unique to Circle Poly, and one of the reasons I wanted to go with. But it's a combination of mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and computer science and control theory. So in addition to my major, which is mechatronics, I got a minor in computer science. So basically, this opens up 3 different fields for you in the STEM area. So you can go into mechanical engineering, or you can go into electrical engineering, or if you're so versed in computer science, you can go down that route. So there's a wealth of opportunities for someone who's interested in that field to find jobs. And just about every piece of technology that's that you're holding right now, you've got a cell phone, you've got a tablet on you, all that stuff, someone has to program it, someone has to put together, someone has to design it. So those jobs are in demand right now. just about everything you can think of is being touched by technology nowadays. And so they're looking for people that have that knowledge and have that initiative to pursue those degrees. And it's hard being, going through STEM and seeing, only 1 or 2 black people throughout the entire major. And then I think I've seen 2 black females throughout a 3-year class. So that's just, it's hard to see, but it tells you there's a problem there. Because why is it that way? So when the money's there, the job market's there, and you can see the industry constantly changing, your question is, where's everyone at? So I think that the STEM area and the engineering area is something we all should be looking at. And the math is not the thing everyone needs to be thinking about. Because they're like, oh, I got C in math, I'm not good at math, I don't need to do STEM. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think grades tell you how good you are as whatever you're doing. I think it's the initiative that you want, that you have, the passion that you have, the drive that you have. That tells you if you should be in there. And there's a Confucius quote that says, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So if it's something you want to do, something you're passionate about, it won't be a job site.